Big Bubble Radio.
Good evening and welcome to the Local Lockdown with me, Neil Stockley. This week's show is slightly different from what I normally tend to do with the Local Lockdown. On this week, we will be featuring just one band. But what a band we are featuring. This week's featured artists are We Ghosts.
The Local Lockdown with Neil Stockley.
For anyone out there who is not aware of who We Ghosts are John and Jenny Woodall. John and Jenny have been together and have been performing together for 17 years. And in that time, they have produced a huge back catalogue of music. And they're still prolifically writing today. They've just released a brand new EP, which is called Borderline. We're going to go through some of their back catalogue. We're going to hear some tracks from Borderline. And then we're very, very honoured to have exclusive tracks from We Ghosts, never before heard on radio, never before heard. Do enjoy the show. And here is our first track from We Ghosts. That was a title track from We Ghosts' 2018 album, Ragtime Infantry. What a fantastic track. There's so much going on. Jenny's voice, as ever, is stunning. The musicality is perfect. And the fact that the thing with We Ghosts, they don't do your sort of average songs. Their songs have always got depth and width to them. And they've always got something that you go, oh, that's a bit different. And with this track, obviously, Derek Chai, bass player extraordinaire, you can't help but notice his feel. I love the way Dell digs in. He really has that feel. And put the two together. Of course, with David on drums, sounds spot on. What a great track. We're going to move on. I'm going to play another track from Ragtime Infantry now.
Ain't nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. Nothing but heartache. Nothing but heartache. I was looking for a fool like you, whose heart I could break. Ain't nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. Oh, dirty lie. It's alright through me. And you walked on by. Ain't nothing but trouble. Ain't nothing but heartache. I was looking for a fool like you, whose heart I could break. Nothing but trouble. Oh, dirty lie. It's alright through me. And you walked on by. You thought that I would be easy prey. Say that you love me and then just walk away. It seems like nothing when has it planned. I think you know now just who I am. Ain't nothing but trouble. Ain't nothing but heartache. I was looking for a fool like you, whose heart I could break. Ain't nothing but trouble. Lord, dirty lie. It's all right through me, and you walked on by. Ain't no man who can tell me what to do. And if he try, I put on my walking shoes and I walk right out and make a new plan. I think you know now just who I am. Ain't nothing but trouble. Ain't nothing but heartache. I was looking for a fool like you, whose heart I could break. Nothing but trouble. No, dirty lie. It's all right through me, and you walked on by. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't no man can tell me what to do. And if he try, put on my walking shoes, and I'll go right out, make a new plan. I think you know now just who I am. Ain't nothing but trouble. Ain't nothing but heartache. I was looking for a fool like you, whose heart I could break. Ain't nothing but trouble. A low, dirty lie. It's all right through me, and you walked on by. Yeah, you saw right through me, and you walked on by. Yeah, you saw right through me, and you walked on by. Yeah, you saw right through me, and you walked on by.
That was Trouble from the album Ragtime Infantry. Again, epic track. I love John's guitar playing on this track. I love John's guitar tone.
Email Big Bubble Radio, studio@bigbubble.uk.
John's guitar itself is very interesting. It's a Godin, and it's a mixture of nylon strings and steel strings, which helps to give him his tone. And it instantly, the minute you hear that guitar tone, you know it's John. It's just got such a different feel. It's not quite acoustic, it's not quite electric. And that's the great thing. John, he has an EQ up the top, and he can sort of play around with that and get completely different tones for different verses. in between verses and choruses. It gives him total freedom of expression without necessarily having to have a massive bank of pedals, which, having lots of pedals brings its own problems before you even play a note. This track Trouble is fantastic live. It always goes down well. It's one of their big tracks. I mean, they've got so many, it's hard to sort of pick. But this one, for me, of the newer material, I love that track live.
Whitstable. On sea.
On air.
Big Bubble Radio. Your isolation station. The Local Lockdown with Neil Stockley.
That was You Won't Be Happy to Your Queen from the album Blue Wave. What a fantastic track. That is my favourite We Ghost track. I remember performing it live with them, with the fantastic, amazingly talented Rupert Breeden on harmonica at the Old Mill in Plumstead. And yeah, that song live is just, it's just such a great song. Anyway, we're going to continue with Blue Wave. This is another track from that album. The album was released in 2016, and I highly recommend you go back and have a good listen.
Live in truth you couldn't tell. I've seen fools in heaven, and I've met wise men in hell. I've seen beggars become billionaires. I've seen the reverse. I've seen prosperity and stability and recognized them for a curse. I've seen them come, I've seen them go. I've watched them rise and fall. Sometimes I feel that I have seen it all. I've seen strong men fall with the touch of a brush. I've seen empires rise just to crumble back into the dust. I've seen good deeds punished, injustice uncorrected. I read the wisdom of the ages in the last place that you'd expected. I've seen them come, I've seen them go. I've watched them rise and fall. Sometimes I feel that I have seen it all. Sometimes I feel that I have seen it all. Cause was just. I met members of the clergy that the devil would not trust. I've seen happiness and sorrow, they were walking hand in hand. I met countless fools swear they could lead me to the promised land. I've seen them come, I've seen them go. I've watched them rise and fall. Sometimes I feel that I have seen it all. Sometimes I can't wait for this show to begin. Sometimes I feel I could crawl out of my skin. Sometimes I fly, mostly I just crawl. Sometimes I feel that I have seen it all. I've seen it all. Sometimes I feel that I have seen it all. I heard the song of the brave sung, they never missed a beat. I've seen skyscrapers fall into the street. I've seen rain fall like rockets, I've seen rockets fall like rain. I've heard the dead call without number, without name. I've seen a land of milk and honey, and I knew it wasn't true. I've seen souls exchanged for money as the body count
That was Seen It All from the album Blue Wave. On that track, John takes lead vocals. I love John's voice. It's some people, when they sing, they sound exactly the same as when they talk. And some people, obviously, their singing voice is completely different to their spoken voice. John has a voice when he sings that matches his speaking voice. And I love John's voice. He's got one of those voices that can calm you down and relax you. It's not too fast. It's very, I wouldn't say drawn out, but he's got a way of talking that I find really, really relaxing.
Whitstable. On sea.
On air.
Big Bubble Radio. Your isolation station.
That was, of course, the amazing Istanbul. What can you say about that track? It's got everything. It's got the reverse guitar. It's got an amazing bass line. The vocals are stunning. And again, that is a track live that just takes off, and the whole venue just becomes a euphoric place to be. Anyway, we're going to move on from Blue Wave now. We're going to move on to their next offering. The idea for me with this show is to play a couple of tracks from each release that We Ghost have done. I mean, that's impossible because they've done like 7 albums. But anyway, I'm going to take sort of like the last 4 and try and play a couple. But now I'm going to play you a track that's never before been heard. This is completely new, totally exclusive to Big Bubble. Sit down and have a listen to this. That was We Ghost with Don't Hurt Me Now, previously unreleased, unheard tracks. That's an exclusive one there on Big Bubble UK. Again, this shows the diversity of what We Ghost do. I heard that track the other day when they sent it to me, and it's like nothing I've heard them do before. It's a bit electronic, it's a little bit dancey, and if you're going to surprise people and keep reinventing yourself, that is a way to continue a career. I also have a further 2 more brand new exclusive tracks to play you on tonight's show.
Big Bubble Broadcasting. From Whitstable to the world.
If home is where the heart is, then baby, I'm truly lost. 'Cause where my heart is, there ain't no shelter. And where my home is, there ain't no love. Are you Mr. Good Intentions? Mr. Clothes but no cigar? Mr. Roll with the punches? Never bear the scar? Mr. Less than perfect was the part you play so well. You got very little here to give away, and nothing at all to sell. If home is where the heart is, baby, I'm truly lost. 'Cause where my heart is, there ain't no shelter. And where my home is, there ain't no love. You Mr. Good Intention, Mr. Clothes but no cigar, Mr. Roll with the punches, never bear the scar. Mr. Less than perfect was the part you played so well. You got very little here to give away, and nothing at all to sell. If home is where the heart is, baby, I'm truly lost. 'Cause where my heart is, there ain't no shelter.
track was Home Is Where the Heart Is by We Ghost from the album Decade. Again, if you guys are listening and this is the first time you've heard We Ghost, do please visit the blog on Big Bubble UK. Find me, Neil Stockley, and attached to that will be the blog that goes with this show. On there you can find links to all of We Ghost material. You can download their albums. It's definitely a band worth getting into. Really listen to the stuff. It's so diverse. We Ghost spend their time mostly in Sweden at present due to obviously lockdown rules and coronavirus. But they do generally tend to spend sort of 3 or 4 months here, and then they go back to Sweden. They also tour in France. So they're a band that are out there. You can see them, you can meet them, and I highly recommend you do exactly that.
In your cupboard, step back across the spaces. A handful of dust is all I have to throw into the phases of the ones you knew. A line on a page, is that all I am to you? The tears fill your eyes. We go still the air. We go, we don't ever cry. 'Cause we goes never really care. And the cavalier lost with his hand on his gun, 'cause he knows when it's rough you can always run, 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 run away and find maybe a brighter day. Tears fill your eyes. We go still the air. We go, we don't ever cry. 'Cause we goes never really care. Tears fill your eyes. We go fill the air. We goes, we don't ever cry. 'Cause we goes never really care. Tears fill your eyes. We goes fill the air. We goes, we don't ever cry. 'Cause we goes never really care. No, no.
That was We Ghost self-titled track We Ghost from the album Decade. What can I say? Every time I go back and listen to We Ghost's albums, I forget tracks. You go through and you think, oh yeah, wow, this is a great track. And, you know, I'm lucky enough that occasionally when they're in the UK, they invite me to play percussion with them, and we'll be playing, and I'll be thinking, wow, you know, I'd completely forgotten about this track. They've got so many good tracks; it's hard to keep up.
The Local Lockdown with Neil Stockley.
Okay, so now I'm going to play a couple of tracks in a row from the brand new EP Borderline.
For kicks, you spend your whole life trying to figure out how the magician does his tricks. Sometimes it's done with mirrors, sometimes it's done with smoke. Sometimes when everyone else is laughing, you just can't see the joke. And it's a high life that you lead, nothing that you want, you need. It's a high life, yes indeed, for you and me. it serves to remind me, and often I wonder why. But I ever thought this could heal me. I was dying to live, I was living to die, and I'm also unsurprised and certain that I could never stand still. But who cares about that? I don't wanna go back to the Iron Hill, and it's waiting there still. It always will. The future unfolds, but nothing evolves on the Iron Hill. The future unfolds, but nothing evolves on the Iron Hill. The Iron Hill. And I'm so unsurprised and certain that I could never stand still. But who cares about that? I don't wanna go back to the Iron Hill, and it's waiting there still. It always will. The future unfolds, but nothing evolves on the Iron Hill. You can never escape when you know that your fate is on the Iron Hill. There's always too much, but never enough on the Iron Hill. And it's waiting there still. It always will. The Iron Hill. The Iron Hill. The Iron Hill.
That was two in a row there from the brand new 2020 EP Borderline. First you had High Life, followed by the Iron Hill. Again, a totally different sound. On this new EP, they brought in David on drums, and he's got a great style. He's a little bit jazzy, he's a little bit bluesy, but he sits perfectly within the mix and really complements the band. I've got to move on because I've got so much material. I'm going to have to add some more material next week because I'm just not going to get through it in an hour, which is a shame. But it also means I get to show you more next week. I'm going to play now a brand new unreleased track from We Ghosts. That track was called Touch. That is an unreleased track from We Ghost. I'm sure that will feature on a future album, but for now, that was an exclusive on Big Bubble UK. I've got time to play one more track, but please do listen next week because I have one more unreleased track from We Ghost to play, which will be on next week's show. I'd like to say a massive thank you to We Ghost. I had a really nice chat with them on FaceTime this week, and it's a pleasure to see them, and I very much miss them. I look forward to seeing them soon and joining them on stage. This is the last track from We Ghost for today, but as I say, they will be back next week. I'd like to say quickly happy birthday to Hugh Gatt for next week, and hello to Sophia, and hello to Emma. A massive thank you to both John and Jenny from We Ghost for letting me play their music, and especially for sending me those unreleased tracks. As I say, there'll be another one next week on the show. Thank you everyone for listening tonight. I'll be back same time next week, 7 p.m, Big Bubble UK. I'm Neil Stockley. Have a fantastic week. I shall see you soon. Good night.
Must have heard it said there's oil beneath the desert sand. Honestly, I lose my friend. Someone's always certain. Let me tell you now, I think they're trying to bring the final curtain down. I think they're trying to bring the final curtain down. They're trying to bring the final curtain down. Money can buy you love, peace and prosperity. That's the headline that you run. But somehow it always seems to come down to how fast you can draw your gun. Someone's always certain. Let me tell you now, I think they're trying to bring the final curtain down. I think they're trying to bring the final curtain down. I think they're trying to bring the final curtain down. I think they're trying to bring the final curtain down. I think they're trying to bring the final curtain down. curtain down.